Hey everybody, thanks so much for stopping by. My name's Eli. I'm the owner of Raw Tactical here in Knoxville, Tennessee. Again, remember that's R-A-H, ribeyes and handguns. That's a great way to remember it. For my jarheads out there, oorah, that's Raw Tactical, all right? Hey, today we're going to talk about dry firing. This is something that I think is really starting to catch some steam, is really starting to pick up in popularity, but there's still a lot of people who don't agree with it, who don't want to do this. I'll be perfectly honest with you guys. When I first heard about dry firing, I'm going, why in the world do I need to do this? This is so ridiculous. I know how to shoot. Hey, for all you that were in the military, for all my devil dogs out there, you remember those white barrels that we had to, what they called snapping in? That's what we had to do. We were laying in the prone, we were sitting in the grassy field out there, and we're just aiming in on this white barrel, practicing our slow, steady trigger squeeze. We're cycling the rifle, getting back into position, doing all that stuff. That was dry firing. That was all that we were doing. But once that was done, it really wasn't promoted anymore. Well, now here we are, however many years later, and it's starting to become more and more obvious how important dry firing is to just your everyday usage and being comfortable with the weapon that you choose to carry. Whatever it is, if you're a security guard, law enforcement officer, somebody who carries a weapon for a living, or if you're just the person who carries concealed, whether that's in your purse, on your person, whatever it might be. So I'm going to go over here real quick just what I like to do and how I like to do it, because dry firing is such a versatile tool that you can use. You can use it anywhere you want, all right? First thing we want to do is you want to get the app, okay, or something. I am not sponsored by anybody or anything. A lot of people out here are going to say, oh, go buy a shot timer, go buy a shot timer. Those shot timers are anywhere from $100 up to $300-400. People don't always have that kind of money, and I'm okay with that. So what I did is I actually went and I did some looking, found the best shot timer for dry firing that I could find. It is called On Par or Shot Timer. Let me see if I can get here and so where you guys can kind of see it just a little bit. But the thing comes up. I'm going to come in here just a little bit. I don't know if you can see that. So this is basically your home screen. So right up here is Par. So it's your shot timer right there. PAR. That's all it is. So just go ahead and look for that when you're in your app store. But when you get into it, you can turn your sound on, your tone on, so it'll beep, it'll do things like that. Random, it will beep at 1 second, 4 seconds, 2 seconds. It just bounces all over the place. Or you can do it fixed. If you want a timer to go every couple of seconds, it'll do that. You've got your beep on, you've got your par time, so it'll give you a par time is how long your gun is out. So come up, get on target. If you're in competition, you might want to do 4, 5, 6 seconds. I don't know, I like 4 seconds. It allows me to get 3 or 4 different targets, be able to transition, do things like that. If you just want to do it yourself, nice, slow, and easy, 4 seconds. 1, up, take the shot, back down. And then repetitions. How many repetitions do you want? It'll go infinity. It'll go for however long you want, or it'll do a number, I believe it goes down to like 5 or 10, something like that. Anyways, so this is kind of what it looks like. Obviously here again, I'm going to show you. So we're going to hit start on this. It's going to come up ready. Make sure our volume is up on it, and then tap to start. And get that sound. So stand by. There's your beep. That tells you to go ahead and draw. Do what you're doing. Gives 4 seconds, and then it beeps again to stop. That's all it is. Do that, and then it'll just keep going. There it went again. It gave 4 seconds for me to reholster. 4 seconds and it's done. Stand by. Beep. Go ahead and draw and do that. So I'm going to go through some of these here real quick. I'm going to show you kind of how I do it and everything, and we'll go from there. Go ahead and stop. He needs a... Yeah. All right, so now I'm going to run through a couple of examples of how I do it, and I'll just show you, and that way when you guys get to doing it on your own, you're able to do it, and it'll all be good, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and take this. I'm going to set it down on the ground right here. I'm going to be aiming in over in this area. So again, we're ready. Tap to start. And that's it. Really simple. You just put a piece of tape or something on the wall, and that's what you're aiming in at every time. Do 3, 4 shot or 3, 4 tapes on the wall. That way you get 3 or 4 different shots. You can do 1, 2, 3. Go that route. You're getting all 3 of them, and you're good to go. one more here. You can do boom, boom, and then come back again. And just play with it a little bit. Right? Go ahead and have fun with it. But this is going to help you so much. Okay, so if you're, again, if you're carrying for your job, law enforcement, security, whatever it might be, put on your gun belt, do this 10, 15 minutes a day, a couple of days a week, and you'll be good. If you're carrying it concealed on your person some way, just as a regular citizen, put it on how you would. Put it inside the waistband, appendix. If you're a lady that has a purse, put it in there. If you're a guy who's got some kind of crossbody, or anybody who's got a crossbody bag, fanny pack, things like that, practice with that. Practice getting it out of that purse, getting it out of that bag, getting your gun and getting on target. Because the worst thing that could happen is you're carrying this gun, something happened and you need it, and all of a sudden you're just like, oh my gosh, I can't get it, wherever your bag might be. And you're freaking out, and now all of a sudden the situation has passed, and you could have done something to save yourself, saved your loved ones, but because you didn't put that little bit of effort in, a little bit of practice, now things have gone bad. Okay, so I want to make sure everybody is safe. Remember, before you start this, always make sure you have a clear and safe weapon. Okay, no ammunition in it. You don't want any ammunition in your magazines. You don't want any ammunition in your gun. Obviously, you want no ammunition around you at all. Make sure all that is clear and safe. Make sure your gun is clear and safe, and you're shooting into a safe direction. Right through these trees here, I've got a berm on the other side, so if, God forbid, something did happen and I failed and there was a round in it, it would go into that berm right there. Or behind the camera here, I've got another berm. Shooting that way, if something happened, it would be safe, and the round would go not where it would hit somebody. So just make sure that you're safe. If you're doing it inside, again, make sure you're doing it into a solid wall somewhere. You're not shooting where, you know, your wife or your husband is cooking dinner for you, or your kids are playing in the next room, and you know, something could happen. So we want to make sure that we're safe. Again, get yourself a shot timer. It doesn't have to be that on par timer, that shot timer. It can be something else. It can be just anything that you find in the app store. If you do have a shot timer that you've bought at the store, that one of the more expensive ones, man, that works too. You can set time for that and make it to where it just roll on and repeat and everything and go from there. But definitely get your gun, strap it on. Let's get some dry fire in. Again, come out to class. I teach a dry fire class. We do a mix of dry fire and live fire so that you can see firsthand how just a little bit of dry fire is going to help you so much more on the range. All right, so come on out. Let's get that done. Let's get you dialed in on that. And remember, guys, walk by faith, shoot by sight.